Mehek, why are you worried? John asked, looking at his wife, who was watching at the photo frame she was holding. You're asking why I am worried. I'm worried for him, Mehek said, while looking at the picture. John smiled and took a place next to his beloved wife on the bed and took the photo from his hand. I'm so proud of him. John said while carrying the photo, and I'm thank you to you for giving me such a great son, John said, and kissed her forehead, which made her blush. Even in that age, he still made her shy and blush. He loved to see her like this. Don't change the topic, Meg said, while looking at him, who was smiling. It's all your fault. You didn't stop him for taking extra interest in business. And now we lost our son, Meg said, looking at Junko's picture. I know. John nodded and wrapped his arms around Mehek's shoulder, and she put her head on his shoulder. I don't want him to go far away from his life, from us, Meg said, and John removed his hair stand from the face. I will not let him go. I promise. I will bring him back to the life. I will not let him lost behind that files, John said while looking at Meg's face. Really? Oh, thank you, John. I love you. With that, she hugged him and also wrapped his arms around her. I love you too, my love, he said, and keep her in his arms. Mom, oh, Jimin was entered the room when he saw his parents were hugging each other. He turned to the other side, and John and Mehek parted away. You should knock before enter, my son, John said, and Jimin turned to them. Yeah, right, Dad, but for that you have to close the door, he said, making John chuckle and Mehek blush. And stop making my wife shy. Only I can do that, John said, and Mehek glared at John. What, wifey? He disturbed our romance, John said, and he hit his chest, making him laugh. Okay, Jimin, listen. I have work for you, John said, looking at his son. Yes, Dad, he answered. Call a family meeting before dinner. Taekook is going to be late today, so it's time for us a meeting, John explained, and Jimin was confused. But Dad, Junko will not attend this family meeting, he asked, and John shook his head as no. No, he can't. And don't you dare to tell anyone about this. Jimin left, and John turned to Mehek, who was looking at him. What are you going to do? Mehek asked, and he cupped her face. Bring back our son, he said, and kissed her forehead, which made her smile. 27 years passed, but their love for each other was same. They were crazy for each other. But the time passes, and the love grows for each other. And he also make her shy and blush in this age. And that's what he loves. Make her blush. Jungkook has to understand the real meaning of living, John said, and Mehek nodded. So, how's my kids? John asked, looking at their kids. Dad, come to the point. Why this meeting? Jimin said impatiently. Wait, let your mom come, John said, and take a seat in front of them. Mehek come with their refreshments and place them on the table. Do we start now? Jimin said while was the twin of Junko, asking, looking at their parent. Patience, my doll, John said, which made Jungkook smile widely. So kids, tell me, how you find your elder brother? John asked, looking at all of them. Serious, a little arrogant. Everyone said they're on. Oh, I don't know that you know that much about your brother, John said, which made them grin. But Dad, why Hyung is like this? I mean, he's good. I saw him smiling sometime, but he all the time remained busy in the work. But he hardly find time to spend with us. You, the younger daughter of Meg and John said. True, Dad, he was always on work. He didn't have time to be with us. I really miss my brother who played with us when we were kids. Jacob said and they all nodded. Do something, Dad. We want our brother back and we used to play with us, who laugh with us. But since he started the business, he forget everything, Jimin said, which made John smile. So let me inform you kids, this meeting is about your brother, John said, and they all looked at each other, try to understand. Want to see your brother with you like this his childhood? John asked, and they all nodded. I have a plan, a way which we will bring your brother back to the life and to you all, John said, and now everyone got excited. And what it is? Jimin said hurriedly. Why don't we get him married? John said, and looking at the children. What? Awesome. That's great. There was all the comments Jungkook's siblings said, and John easily saw the smile on their faces, and he turned to his wife, who was smiled. What happened? Are you not happy with the idea? John asked, and he shook his head. No, I am happy, but I am thinking about Cook. Will he agree? Meg asked, and you come to her room. Mom, if you asked him, then he will never say no. He never say no to you. He will definitely agree with your marriage. You know that, right? You said, and Meg smiled. Done then. Mom will talk to Junko Khyang, and it was about the marriage. You said, and they all smiled. But Dad, what about the boy? Jimin asked, and they all looking at their dad. What? Don't look at me like this. I gave you the idea. Now start the hunt for your brother-in-law. John said, and they all laughed. Oh wait everyone, Jimin said, and they all turned to him. What kind of a boy should be for our big brother? Jimin asked, and they all started thinking, just like him, bald and full of confidence, talkative, funny, shy. Everyone's having their own opinion, and Mac was smiling. A boy which can pull my son from his life. A boy totally opposite to Jungkook. Mac said, and they all nodded. So for tomorrow, start looking for the bride for our brother. Jimin yelled with happiness, and they all laughed. Mahak was looking at her loving family, who was talking and laughing. She is thankful to the Almighty for blessing her so much. With even passing second, she was thankful for your Almighty, who was blessing her with the blessings. And now she was praying for the best for her son's life. He was busy in the blueprints and file. When a call disturbed him, he groaned and answered the call. Hello, he said almost in irritation. Son, his mother's voice cooled him down. He turned to the clock and see the eyes. He saw the time. The clock showed 12 of the night, and he was still in the office. Mom, you still awake? He asked, feeling embarrassed. When you're still not home, how can I supposed to sleep, Cook? He listened his mother quietly. You don't care about your mother. You just want to keep working and working. No one else mattered to you, Meg said, which made him smile. Mom, I'm coming. Relax. I'll be there in 15 minutes, he said and cut the call. He smiled thinking about his mother and packed his work. He put all the files and blueprints in the drawer. He went to the office and started the car. He smiled thinking about his mother and started the car. He drove toward the home. He entered the home after a drive of half an hour. As he stepped inside the home, he saw his mother seated on the sofa of lunch. He walked toward the mother and took a seat next to her. Hey Mom, he turned her toward so she can face him. What happened, Mom? He asked, looking at her red face. Thank God. You remember that you have a mother, she said, which she made Jungkook smile and hugged her. He knew his mother can't be angry with him.